What's up, dudes and dudes of the internet? My name's Scythe and we are back again for some more Dragon Quest Builders. How y'all doing today, folks? Hope you're doing fantastic, wonderful. Hope this video makes your day even better. Honestly, folks, I am so surprised at the amount of positivity and support that we ended up getting on that first episode. I mean, I knew this game was cool, but that cool? So, you know, I'm hoping that everybody that was involved with the first episode is gonna stick around and be as interested in this series as I am, unless the game ends up getting boring at some point in the late game. But honestly speaking, because this is, and like I said in the first episode, because this is a game that's made by a AAA company, I've got some high hopes for it. I'm really expecting that we're gonna get to do some dungeoning, like there's actually a cave over there. Not to mention the trailer for this game actually shows that there is a sense of progression. So there's actually like boss fights and gear and recipes and stuff that we're gonna end up getting all on top of the world itself. I don't know, don't quote me on this, whether it's random generated or not, so that cliff over there might be something that's set up for everybody to experience, which I think could be a good thing because it means that the content is going to be very focused, you know what I mean? But anyways, before we get into the episode, I would very much appreciate if you would hit that like button, and if you do, thank you so much. Now, before we talk to this freak, I've been a little bit busy, kind of just trying to get myself used to the controls, set things up. I found out that while you can, like the game explained, you can hold R1 to look down and L1 to look up, but if you hold both of them, then you can actually like backpedal and strafe around while facing one specific direction. Also, while I was out gathering some just supplies, not really experiencing any further than we already had, I noticed that the fruit and food did end up respawning, so that's a good thing. It definitely does take a very long time, but at least we seem to generally be getting more fruit than we're bargaining for or than we're actually using. And then also our first stick that I ended up crafting broke, and I was setting up these areas over here to end up being another house, and then I realized, hey, wait a minute, we didn't craft that door. That door was already there. So anyways, people, what's going on?
It's going to be a lot of work to turn this place into a huge city, isn't it?
Yeah, it certainly is, but that will be cool.
Is there anything I could do to help?
I wish, like maybe I could build something. Whoa, that would be real helpful, wouldn't it? Yes, it certainly would. Like seriously, if you could set up NPCs to build, then this game is stepping up to the next level. But if I'm going to build things, I need some room to work in, just like the one in this picture. Bob, can you build me a room like the one I've drawn? Please, pretty please? Unless this character's giving us blueprints, maybe? It would seem that your example has awoken within young people the will to build. Oh, maybe people can learn after us. Blueprints, such as the one she gifted unto you, may be laid on the ground by pressing square. Press the crazy blueprint button to view the plan in more detail. Oh my goodness, to complete the blueprint, ensure that you have all placeable building materials, and then you can plop it down. Now, this is hype, folks. This is many hype, like seriously, because every single voxel game you ever play, what's the one thing that they're all missing? Blueprints, something that you can simply place down that takes all the materials. Now, while certain games in the past have ended up kind of taking advantage of this, where you can end up putting a blueprint down, usually it requires the player's input to build on top of that 3D layer. So if this game's gonna do what I think it is, where we actually just get the blueprint, it takes the resources and builds a house, then seriously, that's gonna be great. Like seriously. Okay, so anyways, you could use that mason's workshop near the flag. You'll probably have to bash it about a bit before you can move it. Okay, so we can move workbenches. Oh, and the room will need a door to get in and out, and a torch or something to light it up. But you can make things like that from my materials, right? I can't make a door, so I don't know what you mean. You obtain people's picture. Okay, make me a work room. Calm down. There's our door. Okay, can we finally do stuff now? Let's see what this is. Oh, snap. That is awesome, dude. Can we see it in more detail? I mean, I'm pressing the weird face button that it told me to press, but whatever, that's okay. So I guess let's just plop it down right here in the corner, right? Not enough workspace. Okay, so we can't put it down on the rock? Is that what's going on? Not enough workspace. Why isn't there enough workspace? What are you talking about? Yeah, so it was the stupid rocks that were in the way. Oh, and it does want us to build it ourselves. Okay, rip. So now we stand inside it and get to look at the picture and see the 3D model. Oh man, and here I thought that the game was gonna be real cool and plop it down for ourselves. Now that could end up happening a little bit further down the line for sure, but we'll see what ends up happening. You could remove the blueprint, hide the blueprint. Okay, well, I guess I'll get on setting that up and just kind of show you all a little bit of what the building is, but what did it say we need? Like 42 dirt or something? 48, so I'm gonna have to break down a couple things. In fact, how's about this? How's about we remove the blueprint? Are you sure you want to remove it? Yes, there we go. And let's actually place it down over here because I already have this kind of all set up anyways, right? So we can do something like this. Not enough space, you keep saying that. You keep telling me we don't got enough space, but yes, we certainly do. Okay, so that's a little bit strange. You can't place a blueprint down where there's already a bunch of structures laid out, right? So let me clear these up. Oh, and the game also does a very good warning about the nighttime because it starts playing like different sound effects and stuff like that. I did end up getting a tip that went by real quick that just said, if you don't sleep at night, all the dangerous ghouls and ghostlies will come out to eat your face. Well, rip our new stick. I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to craft another one because the game was very adamant of saying, dude, when your weapons break, you're gonna wanna have a backup. But at least it only ends up costing us a few sticks. Okay, let's see here. I'm still a little bit slow and clunky with the controls, honestly speaking, folks. So you'll have to bear with me, but I am gonna make us another stick right here. And then thankfully, I already ended up having this fire pit anyways, but the game seems that it really wanted us to actually use one. What does it want us in the corner? It wants a treasure chest. So I do, like, that's one thing I will say. I'm really digging this game, most of all because it's very nostalgic, isn't it? Like, even something like this, doesn't it just remind you of, like, Harvest Moon or something? Like, there's just something about it. Now, there's actually this fancy way of backpedaling to end up getting your builds done, which is a way, we'll say that. It's a way of building for sure, even if it still is a little bit slower than I would like. What I do like is, so far anyways, that we don't actually have to, like, lay down a roof or anything. It's actually like an old school RPG style house, you know what I mean? So that's pretty darn cool. And at least out of all of that, we ended up getting the same amount of dirt that we needed. Well, a little bit over. We also ended up learning that you can only a lot over actually. We also ended up learning that you can only stack up to 99. Okay, so did this actually turn into something special or... Oh. Bob's First Stonemason's Workshop. Okay, so that's what this is. This is a specific room recipe, huh? So it requires a mason workbench, a chest, and a light source. A room built for building that puts everyone in a Masonic mood. Residents will build furniture and materials and put them in the chest. Oh, so we can have NPCs kind of just build for us. That's pretty cool. And yeah, it's gonna be the exact same type of recipe. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to remove any of these rock walls and junk like that, so we'll just kind of ignore that. You don't even have a bed, do you, you freak? Hooray, you built the workshop I asked for. Thanks, Bob. It's just like the one in my picture. Yeah, what a crummy picture. Wait, what? Oft will the inhabitants of your town seek to assist your efforts by presenting you with blueprints. Now that I do still think is very, very cool, because as we end up getting more and more like citizens, we're gonna start expanding our village out a little bit more. And as I've seen in some of the trailers, you can end up getting a pretty nifty village. Should you lack sufficient resources to complete a blueprint or other constructions, search for them in the nearby wilderness. You mean like I just did? Some materials can only be obtained by defeating the monsters that maraud the woods. Aha, thus freeing them from their grasp. Okay. I'm going to use my new workshop to build all sorts of stuff. I'll put it all in the chest at the end of the day so you can take a look at all the amazing things I made. Okay, at the end of the day. Coarse cloth. All right, I don't even know what that is or what I do with it. Anyways, I'm gonna talk with you again. Thanks again for the workshop, Bob. Now we can do blah, blah, blah. Let's do some more quests. But it's not going to be much of a city with just the two of us living here. Got that right. The truth is, when I was on my way here, I saw a suspicious looking man lurking around nearby. He's a freak. We should get him. He looked like a little bit of a weirdo or Waldo, so I waited until he went away and ran straight here. But maybe if we asked him to... Why would we ask this man that you were just confused about, Peepa, to start staying in our city? He was on the other side of the mountains the last time I saw him. Go and find him, Bob, and get him to join us. Oh, dude. Make good use of your compass, my child. It will be of great use to you in finding which you seek. Press the options to take stock of your surroundings and search for the fellow of whom young people spoke. A new quest marker has appeared. Oh, we're getting to questing. All right, cool. Follow the cue on your map to destination. Blah, 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 blah. Who cares? Let's figure this out. Okay, so first and foremost, we gotta sleep. We gotta go to sleep. And then it looks like they actually want us to head back over the mountain that was in the tutorial section that I kind of skipped over. That section really wasn't that impressive, folks, honestly speaking. It was very gross, very dark, very uggles, and most of all just talked about the controls, which any sane person can understand within 2 seconds. Okay, so this is gonna be pretty fun, I think. From what I've tested too so far, this weapon, so that's one thing I was curious about, is we actually have, like as the weapon has less durability, it's doing less damage. Let me go back to the chest here and drop off some stuff before we head out. I'm also gonna make us a couple healing resolves here, just in case we end up running into trouble. What I don't like, maybe there's a secret way of doing it, but I do not like the fact that you can only craft one at a time, or as many as possible. Like, is there secretly a way that you can change that around? I don't know. Oh, also, I wanted to test this out too. I guess we should wait and leave that chest empty. But I wanted to see, because it keeps showing like a chest. So I wanted to know, can you actually craft stuff while having the resources just put away in your chest? That'll be interesting. Yeah, okay, cool. And it doesn't matter how far the chest is, we have 28 inside our chest. Because I was wondering, oh, is it gonna matter that it's in the chest that's across the map, or do we have to get the one that's all the way beside it? I don't know, but now we do, and that's pretty darn cool. Also, this is pretty much what the eating does. You just get the little, well, food bar in the top left back up to code, and otherwise, let's head out. Don't know if we'll have enough time to get this crazy person today, but hopefully we'll get to see some type of crazy stuff at least. We do got some more food here, which is good. I should also be more careful next time to have the proper resources on hand. Okay, what is this sign? There's an old worn signpost here with the words "My Pledge" emblazoned on the top. There's a lot of writing underneath. Would you like to read it? No, not right now. That's okay. Maybe we could actually do something special here a little bit later, but I don't know. Man alive, where is this quest telling us? Is this where the dude is? Is he just not faded into existence yet, or does it really want us to go out into... Nope, this is where it is. Okay, so is he hiding in the box? Bonfire is burning brightly. It looks like it's been freshly stoked. Somebody must be nearby. A new quest marker has appeared. Oh! I'm stealing this. Oh man, because that crate's cool. We'll be able to use it for some decorations, man. Oh, hey, there's a bunch of our stuff over here. Oh, I think that's a door, actually. I don't know if there's any point in killing these creatures, by the way. Do we actually get experience? I think it's all just for the resources. Hello? Who's in here? Read. These Anachunt books are so difficult to read. Deciphering the Cantlin something longer than I originally thought. The handwriting is so bad that Bob cannot summon up the will to read anymore. Thank you. Like, seriously, thank you so much. Okay, so the quest is still pointing us in this direction. I'm just gonna kind of avoid these bats here. Ooh, mushrooms. We've never seen any of these just yet. Die, bat, even though I said I was gonna avoid you. I'm gonna grab you anyways. I don't know what these mushrooms are going to be, or if there's something that we end up eating, or if it's something that we can cook out of. I don't know. The other thing, too, is we still haven't got our hands on an axe or any type of tool to actually, like, chop down trees, because They're really starting to get in my way, man. Oh, hello, is anybody there? Yeah, I'm here. I'm here, dude. Talk. Hello? Cough, splutter. Is somebody there? Those rotten monsters have buried me alive. They've completely covered me in earth and I can't get out. Please, whoever's there, get me out. Yep, I will. Hurry, my child. Use these left and right trigger to aim your attacks above and below. Shut up! I already know how to do it. No, I accidentally talked to him again. Oh, dude. And then, of course, they just repeat the same thing every single time. No, that's the wrong button. There you go, dude. I freed you. You're free. It's okay. Phew! Free at last. I cannot thank you enough, young man. Wow! Okay, calm down. But tell me, who exactly are you? I'm sure I would remember such a funny-looking face. You don't know me, dude. What, you say you're building a town near here? By my bushy beard. That is a wonderful news. Let me help. Let me join your city and help rebuild it. Yes, please. ... What are you pulling that face for? You look like you just swallowed an insect. No, I didn't. Why don't you just join me already? Face you like blah, blah, blah. I'll find my way to your town on my own. I don't need to follow you. I am Rollo, the proud owner of that most venerable of books, the Cantlin Chronicle. I assure you that it and I will prove invaluable to this new city of yours. Now lead the way. I thought you just said 2 seconds ago that you were gonna do it yourself, but that's cool. Let me bring you back. You know what's pretty cool? He's actually fighting with us, which makes me wonder if a little bit later in the game we'd be able to actually create community members rather than having to find them out in the world. Maybe not. Maybe it's different than that. Most of all, the reason why I'm wondering that is because I think it'd be pretty darn cool if we could end up getting some guards with us, you know? Like, that we could actually take on our adventure with us. How does one destroy an item that we have on our inventory? So you just go to the items menu and then you just discard it, which I'm gonna keep the crates. I will get rid of the fire pit though, because that one's actually pretty easy to get rid of, but the crates are, I mean, we don't even have those to get rid of. Oh, it just throws it on the ground. I'm assuming the items are going to eventually despawn. There is also a way to just tidy up your inventory too. Oh, and I also just read this sign. While it's kind of interesting, most of all it's just talking about the lore. It was just a character that kind of was saying about the world being shrouded in darkness by the bad guy, bada bing, bada boom, and this character was going to end up writing of the tale and going out to explore the world themselves and see what's what with all that, you know? Let's see if we can end up, yeah, so before we end up getting into this next part of completing the quest, we'll have to save that for the next episode, everybody, because I am noticing that we are on time. So thank you so much for watching. Very much appreciate it. Hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you enjoy the new series. Don't forget to like, share, favorite, and subscribe for more daily content. Sign on, stay epic, everybody.